Hi everyone, for this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this delicious caldo de albondigas. This is a meatball soup recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you would like to learn how to make this caldo de albondigas, keep on watching this video. Here's the list of ingredients that you will need. You will need ground beef, pork or turkey, whatever you prefer. To make our albondigas, we will be needing, to season it, garlic powder, pepper, salt, oregano, egg, rice, chopped tomato, and onion. For the caldo, you will be needing 1 garlic, 2 tomatoes, a little bit of onion, 1 teaspoon of cumin. Just a little bit, just whatever you can grab with 2 fingers. In case you miss anything, don't forget to check out the description box below. That's where I'm going to be listing all of the ingredients. For the caldo, we will need potatoes, carrots, chile chipotle, and we will also be adding some cilantro. So let's start by blending everything. I like to put everything in the blender, 1 garlic, and I like to blend everything because once my water starts boiling, I want to make sure that I have all the ingredients or everything blended already. We're going to be needing 2 tomatoes, and I already boiled these tomatoes. Then we're going to add just a little bit of cumin, whatever you can grab with 2 fingers or 1 teaspoon. Blend it away. Whoops, almost forgot, just a little piece of onion. To all of my caldos or all of my stews, what I do before anything, I add a little bit of olive oil before I add my caldo. And the reason I do that is because I feel like it gives it a greater taste. So I let that boil up a little bit, then I start adding my water. So the heat is already hot. Then I add 8 cups of water. And I don't usually measure my water, I just put whatever I think I'm gonna be using, but I measured it for you guys in this video because I know you guys will be asking how much water I used. So that was a total of 8 cups of water, guys. Then you can add your chicken broth. Then let's go on to making our albondigas. While we're gonna leave the pan, just leave it alone. Just leave it on medium heat. And let's go to making our albondigas. So we're going to mix all of the ingredients that I mentioned before. Ground beef, egg, all of our seasonings, tomato, garlic powder, onion, pepper, a little bit of oregano. Remember guys, the list of all the ingredients in the description box below. Now we're gonna get messy. Make sure your hands are clean. My hands are clean, and I'm making this for myself and for my family, so I'm just using my clean hands, but you can also use gloves. Mix everything, make sure you mix everything, the 1/2 cup of rice as well. Then you can start making your albondigas. And what I do is I just measure what fits in my hand, in the palm of my hand. Some people like to make these bigger, but let's just keep in mind that once they're cooked, sometimes they get a little bit bigger. So I make them about that size, about what fits in the palm of my hand, kind of like a golf ball, possibly smaller than that. And you can also make really little ones if you're making them for your little ones, or you can just cut them once they have been cooked. So let's put our turbo on and fast forward this a bit. You get the point. Just make your albondigas, and once all of the albondigas have been made, I want to tell you a little secret. This is going to be very helpful when you make this albondigas caldo or stew. This is a great tip that I learned with time because I used to make my albondigas and I didn't get it on the first try. I tried and tried, and back then there were no YouTube videos, so I would just cook at home, and I guess you can say practice. And my dad always says practice makes better, and you have to fail before you get it right. That's what he always says. So what you have to do, this is a great tip, remember, keep an eye on this. Your water has to be boiling, or your stew, it has to be boiling. Then you're going to throw in, or not throw in, but you're going to place in your albondigas one at a time. And remember, the water has to be boiling, because this is going to create like a barrier around the albondigas, so they're not going to spread or break off in the boiling process. This always works for me, and my albondigas never, I guess, get undone. Another tip a lot of people use is flour. They add the flour onto the ground beef and to all that mixture to make the albondigas. I don't do that because, like I said, I have this great tip that I learned with time. Your water has to be boiling, and start by throwing in, I guess throw them in, but don't splash your water everywhere. But you get the point. Put albondigas in one at a time. Then your heat is going to reduce on its own, because it's going to be cooking your albondigas. But once you have put all, or placed all of the albondigas in the water or in the stew, then you can lower your temperature. You're going to leave your albondigas in the stew for about 20 minutes, and don't be mixing them with a spoon. Just let them cook on their own. The way that you can know when they're done is the rice looks like a bone color, like a white bone color. So the white is going to be crystallized. It's going to be like a different color. That's when you're going to know that your albondigas have been cooked. Once you have left your albondigas there for about 20 minutes, then you can add your vegetables. I'm going to be adding the carrots first, and you can leave the carrots for about 5 minutes. Then you can add the rest of your vegetables. After I added my carrots, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and add the cilantro. That way it can start giving the whole stew that flavor, because this is what I like about the cilantro. It gives the whole stew a great flavor. If you don't like cilantro, that's just optional. Then I'm going to be adding my potatoes, and this is after I have left the carrots cooked for a while. I decided to put my potatoes in water, that way my potatoes wouldn't turn brown. I'm going to be throwing that water out, and then I'm going to be adding my potatoes with my stew. I decided to take one of the meatballs or the albondigas out just to make sure it was cooked, and it has been cooked. As you can see, the rice has been crystallized. I also decided to taste for salt. This is very important, guys. You have to taste your food, and it did need a little bit of salt, so I added just a bit of salt. Then I'm going to be testing, or I'm going to be checking to see if the carrot has been cooked. And as you can see, I can put the fork inside, so yes, it has been cooked. I also decided to cut it in half just to make sure, and then I tasted it and it was cooked. So there you have it, your caldo de albóndigas. I decided to add some chile chipotle, but before I added the chile chipotle, because it is a little bit spicy, I decided to take out some of the stew and the albóndigas caldo, because I was going to be giving some to my son. And he's 2 years old. He's a toddler, so I didn't want to give him some chili. You know, another option is you can also add chile serrano, and I didn't mention that in my Spanish video, but I did want to let you guys know that you can also add that on your caldo de albóndigas, which I have done that in the past, and it tastes so good. And an optional step at the end, just to serve, you can add some aguacate, some avocado. That's just optional, and I just wanted my caldo to look pretty, so that's why I added that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm going to be sharing with you guys every Monday at 2 p.m. on my channel a recipe video, but it's going to be every first Monday of the month, because I am sharing other videos with you guys in my channel. So I'm trying to keep it, for right now, one video the first Monday of every month. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!